morning, well, shall I say good afternoon. I am so blessed to be on here this morning. Christmas was awesome. I pray that you guys had an awesome and magnificent Christmas. It was so wonderful, and I know that many of you all probably don't get a chance to see your family often. So yesterday was very important. Sometimes you have to look forward to the holidays because that's when extended family come out and you get together with both sides of your family and you just eat and you just laugh and you just have a wonderful good old time. And so I was actually in the process of working on my book. Many of you know, well, most of you all probably don't know. I'm actually working on a book about character and leadership, and it's my sixth book. I'm a published author of six books, but this particular book is a book that I believe is going to go far. In the process of doing PowerPoint presentations to really lead people down a road of self-discovery, a road that would help them to become aware of their flaws and aware of their positive and strongest traits so that they can be sustained in whatever position of leadership that they choose to walk in. Character is so important. It is so important. And a lot of times, everybody's supposed to have those traits, and that's not always the case. And so I'm writing this book to bring awareness to us as individuals on how to communicate and build good lasting relationships with people, and not always try to define them by a flaw. We all are flawed vessels. There's no perfect person out here in the world that God uses. He uses flawed vessels, and so we have to be able to recognize what flaws are and eliminate the flaws that need to be eliminated, and perfect those flaws that just need to be perfected. Like I stated on the last broadcast, a perfectionist doesn't have to stop being perfect, but what makes them flawed in the area of perfection is that sometimes people become so perfect at doing everything, they don't understand the value of losing sometimes. It's a value in losing sometimes. Sometimes losing helps you to step back, reevaluate some things, and become better at your craft. So losing can be a plus sometimes, but a perfectionist will do any and everything in their power to win at any cost, even if they have to take somebody's life to do it. And so it's important that you recognize what are your strongest character traits and what are your weakest character flaws. And then, like I said, there are some flaws that we can discard, we can eliminate, we can just throw them out of the bag. We don't have to hold on to those flaws. But then there are some of them that just need a little bit of tweaking, as we will call it today. Just need a little bit of tweaking. We just need to find balance in some of the things. I know for me, the spirit of excellence has always been upon me. And so one of the things I have to tell myself is that I have to have balance in that area. Balance is key in everything when it comes to your character. But this book is actually also going to help you, as I stated, to build and establish strong relationships, because you will stop judging people so much. You stop judging them. People, I like to be on time. She ain't never on time. Well, maybe, not being punctual or being on time is a character flaw. Or, maybe it's a flaw for her. Maybe that's your strongest area, being on time. So how do you deal with a person who has a weakness in an area where you're strong? And this is where us being able to come together and cover one another, love one another, and help them get to the place of perfection that they are supposed to be in. And so I was sitting here thinking about a point. presentation. We're living in a society where people don't want to take advice from people who haven't shall I say this, they don't want to take advice from people who doesn't have or been where they're trying to go in terms of finances. And so I hear people say a lot of times that, if a person has ever made $1 million, then that's the person I want as my teacher. But one thing that I realized as I was sitting here writing is that it's easy to get $1 million. It's easy to make $1 million, but it's very hard to maintain that $1 million, because anytime you're going to maintain what you're gained, it means that you've positioned yourself in your character to uphold everything that is right, everything that is righteous, everything that is integral. You cannot build or walk on the foundation of anything that has holes in it or that has been tainted, if what you're building, you're not building with integrity, on the foundation of integrity, then when you get to where you're going, you're not going to be sustained. You're not going to be able to be maintained in the thing that you're trying to be maintained in. And so it may be good to talk to people who made money. But people who've made money, it doesn't mean that they've done it the right way. This is what my book on character is all about. It's about establishing your dreams, building your dreams, and walking in your destiny and your purpose on the foundation of good character, on the foundation of integrity. And there are a lot of people that are building their businesses on the foundation of a lack of integrity. It's kind of like, the saying of robbing Peter to pay Paul. So what they do is they rack up all of this credit card debt because they're using their credit cards to establish their business in hopes that their business will get to a position where it's able to pay the people back. That's not building on the right foundation. That's not building on the right foundation, people. And I wanted to really come on. When I think about character, I think about a personal presentation. I think about my encounter with you. When you have an encounter with me, it's a personal presentation that you have. But everything that I'm doing has to be documented so that my reputation can be established on paper, so that people can know that I am who I said that I am, the ones that don't know me. There are people out here that we want to borrow from. We want to borrow money from people. They don't know us. So what do? They say, let me look at her credit. Because, see, I don't know her. She just walked into my office and she's asking me for money, and I don't know her and I've never heard of her. So in order for me to get a good idea of her, in order for me to know if I can trust her or not, I need to look at her credit. Because her credit tells me if she's trustworthy. Her credit tells me if she gonna pay me back. See, we don't have to look at your credit when we have had an encounter with you personally. Okay, when we've had an encounter with you personally, when your personal presentation has been awesome around us in our presence, a lot of times we don't have to look at the credit report. We can say, you know what, I just really sense in my spirit that I can help this woman of God, and she's a woman of integrity, and I'm going to help her get to where she's going. But we always want people to invest in us. But yet, we don't invest in other people, because we don't pay our bills. And so I really want to encourage people that while they're on their road, while they're on their journey of building and establishing a platform for their business, to not just embrace people who have money, or not just embrace people who have gone to places they desire to go, but to start investing in people who have good credit. Who pay their bills, who believe in good management, and who believe in organization, and who believe in integrity. You know, people that are trustworthy on paper. Okay? Because what good is you gonna get? What good is it? What good is it to connect to people who may have money but refuse to pay people what they owe them? And so I just wanted to come on here and give that nugget. I'm excited about 2018 and coming on here to really talk about character. I hope and pray that you guys will come on and, email me, make suggestions that some of you guys will want to hear me talk about as it relates to character. I'm going to be talking about a lot of things that's in my book, a lot of things that's in the PowerPoint presentation. Again, they will be available on my website, where you guys can go on there and just download them and just really begin to embrace this role of, you know what, and one last thing before I go, when I talk about character. Well, here is the thing about character and credit. Okay, I've seen people work on their credit just to go out and invest in a car, just to go out and rack up in a whole bunch of credit card debt. So they'll get their credit score to a certain place just so that they can get and invest in things that will not bring in a return. And we're going to one day talk about that as well. You don't establish your credit just to invest in things that's not going to bring you back a return. Okay, so we're going to talk about that on a later date. I hope that you guys enjoy your holiday season. I pray that you guys will continue to enjoy this week. I also hope that you guys were blessed by something that I said. If you were blessed by something that I was said and you were on here listening, by all means, email me. Again, I'm going to be coming on here every week, starting a new year, to really talk about character. So you guys enjoy the rest of your day and enjoy the rest of your week. Until next year, talk to you guys later.